Let's take you now to SABC News reporter Mkhokheli Bandla, who has the latest developments from Langa Township, and that is out in the Western Cape. Good evening to you, and thank you for your time, Mkhokheli. So same question, what's been the enthusiasm for either registration or confirmation of details by voters over the 2 days of what was the final voter registration weekend by the IEC?
Good evening to you, Tulas, and to our viewers at home. Indeed, we are coming to you live from Langa Township in Cape Town, where we are getting a sense that the issues that are being raised by the community in this area are not far different from the issues that are being raised by the various townships that we have visited already. I think it's going to be important that I tell you that from yesterday we visited Mkhokheli Township, where we were told of the concerns by residents in terms of crime, extortion rackets, service delivery issues or lack thereof. And then from there, from Mkhokheli, yesterday we went to Misha's Plain, where we're told of concerns by the residents that range from high unemployment rate to violent gang crimes that they say must be addressed by whoever is going to take the election after the 4th of November. From there, we moved to Langa Township, where we're also told about high unemployment rate, crime in terms of people not being comfortable where they stay. In fact, what happened yesterday when we asked for interviews with the residents of the area, some of them were very reluctant to talk to the SABC because they did tell us that they fear for their lives. You will remember that Danone is the area where a councillor candidate of the Democratic Alliance actually lost her life. She was gunned down. She was coming from a voting station or registration station when she was gunned down, that Sinovuyo Jokwe of the Democratic Alliance. From there, today we moved to a gang-infested area of Lavender Hill. When we got to the area today, Tulas, we were welcomed by gunshots. We were told that this area is gang infested, and we got there. We got to hear the evidence with our eyes and saw what we were told. The primary school that we visited, which was a voting station today, it has actually built high walls in order for children that attend to that particular school to be protected from the gang violence that always takes place in that particular area. So the concerns that we got, general concerns that we got from each township that we visited over this weekend is a question of crime, the question of gangs in Cape Town, the question of high unemployment that is actually affecting young people that they say must be urgently addressed. So to us now, we're in Langa Township, and here in Langa, the concerns that we've gathered around these townships are not very different from what we've gathered from the townships that we've already visited. And now, as the doors of the registration center have officially closed, we got to be fortunate to get someone that decided to come and register on the 11th hour. So let's get maybe a better sense of why did he actually decide to come and register at the 11th hour. He's a resident here in Langa Township. My brother, tell us, why did you take a decision to register at the 11th minute when you had so much time to register?
Yeah, thank you, sir. You know what? I was not sure if I want to vote or not because my vote doesn't make any difference. So I felt like, why do I vote? Mm-hmm. Because I don't see any difference from my vote. So I rather not vote or what. But since the parties are still campaigning and promising us, I felt like, okay, let me come and then wait for their campaign to be finished. Maybe I might choose one of them. I don't know. So that is why I have decided to come. Yes.
And issues of concern that you think need to be urgently addressed in Langa Township as a resident?
First of all is unemployment. Our youth, they're not working. They educated, some they went to school, and some they've got skills, but they are here in our township doing nothing, and they then decided to do drugs and bad things in our communities. And now in these days it's even difficult to raise our kids because they grew up in these areas we are staying where they see crime every day, and then they decided to join those gangs and all. So sinengxaki elolo hlobo mfokabawo yokubana ngaba abantwana bethu bayasokola umsebenzi abaphangeli.
Right. There you have it, Tulas. That is just but one of the residents here in Langa Township. Actually echoing similar concerns that have been echoed already by the townships that we have visited already. But one thing I can tell you, Tulas, again, is that the stakes and political stakes and battleground is not going to be an easy one here in Cape Town, from getting the sense of what we were told by the residents, because you'll remember that this province is governed by the Democratic Alliance and in fact most municipalities. So the DA might not have it easy because you have new kids in the block in the form of Patriotic Alliance as led by Gayton Mackenzie, National Coloured Congress as led by Fadil Adams, and maybe the Good Party. So the Democratic Alliance really is not going to have it easy when it comes to the 4th of November. But the outcome of that particular day remains to be seen. Tulas, back to you in Auckland Park.
Mkhokheli, thank you for that. Live for us from Langa Township in the Western Cape, that's Mkhokheli Bandla. A pulse check really is what these voter registration weekends afford us to do, right? To get a sense of what's driving people to go initially to register and hopefully to turn up on the day and actually vote on the 4th of November.